Hello. I'm back. Got me cookies ready to go. Let's do shale stuff. Okay. Sorry, it's getting my chat up. It doesn't want to do that, it's fine. Just get chat up another way. There we go. Let's do shale stuff. Developments. I'm not buying your game, go away. Sorry, be waiting a second. Okay.
All right.
Shit, I forgot to sell things. Milkshake.
Kadash Tig. These ruins are always overrun by vermin. There may be something noteworthy further in, however. Was this the home once? Did I live here?
Oh, it's quite close to the surface. Blood Gorge. Bloody shit, that. I don't want that. Lower strength? I don't think so.
I see nothing. Whatever was once here is gone.
I am prey for no creature.
Come with me. Let's go into the mosh pit. Come on. Come on. That's it. That's it. Don't know why Deep Stalker's carrying money, but okay, they were down there. Could be another way down here. Okay.
Can I get you a lap?
Seriously? He just tanked all those shrieks, just like, yeah. I am the man.
so you can get off my back.
What is this? This I remember. It has dates and names. This is to honor those who volunteered, those who became golems. And there is my name, Shale of House Kadash. Just as Karadin said. I remember now. I remember, Shale. That was me. Wonderful to remember being a soft, squishy creature of flesh. Perhaps. I will need to think on these things I have learned. Perhaps I will speak to it of them soon. For now, let us carry on as we have.
Okay. Very nice.
Yes, it is good to have my sword at my side again. I call her Asala, the soul, my soul. She is forged from rare blue steel and has served me faithfully for many years. Yes, you understand what it is like to have a weapon that is part of you. Few others do.
All right, but I get to stare at you luridly while you do so. My adventures? I'm hardly an old man just returned from across the ocean, am I? Should I shake my fist at nearby children while I talk about the good old days? Falling down a flight of stairs is an adventure. Falling into someone's bed, also an adventure. I am assuming what you're looking for are professional anecdotes. Let's see, my second mission ever for the Crows was a bit intriguing. I was sent to kill a mage who had been meddling in politics. In Antiva, nobody is too important to escape the reach of the Crows. They've killed kings and queens. That is simply how it is. As it turned out, the mage in question was quite a delightful young woman. Long, divine legs, as I recall. I caught her in a carriage on her way to escape to the provinces. After I killed her guard, she got down on her hands and knees and begged for her life. Rather aptly, I might add. So I joined her in the carriage for the night and left the next morning. Well, yes, twice, actually. Then she decided to try and use me instead. The woman had actually convinced me to speak to the Crows on her behalf. What can I say? I was young and foolish at the time. Then, as I was kissing her goodbye to return to Antiva City, she slipped on the threshold and fell backwards out of the carriage. Broke her neck. Shame, really, but at least it happened quickly. Not actually, no. I was a bit unimpressed by the development at first. Then I found out that she had told the driver to take her to Janellen instead. She had planned to lose me in the provinces. I would have looked very foolish to the Crows. As it was, my master was very impressed that I had done such a fine job of making it look like an accident. The Circle of Magi was unaware of foul play, and everyone was happier all around. I got stupid, in fact, and very lucky. It was after that when I learned that one needn't let a pretty face go to your head. Professionalism was key. That's my moral of the day, you see. Well, there is you. But I'll point out that you did have to capture me and tie me up first. Every rule has its exception. Now that I've mentioned tying me up in that context, do we have extra rope about? What is your desire? All right, but I get to stare at you luridly while you do so. Again? Well now, what might interest you, I wonder? Shall I describe the stages involved with Lanthrax poisoning? I watched a man go through all 7 once. Haha, you have rather macabre tastes, I see. I like that. Let's see, how about the largest battle I ever took part in? That would have been the slaughter of Prince Azrin. Did you hear of that down in these parts? Me? Not personally, but I did take part in the attack. Prince Azrin was 4th in line to the throne, you see. He started off as 11th, but worked his way up the old-fashioned method by inheriting control of an entire Crocell from his grandfather. After assassinating his way through the royal family, the king hired 3 other cells to take down Prince Azrin once and for all. I was in one of those cells. Antivan royalty is very much bound up in the Crows. You wouldn't want it run by a bunch of commoners, after all, would you? And this means they get involved in politics quite often. This particular fight nearly bankrupted the nation, I understand. It almost ended up putting a Crow on the throne, a commoner. But that's a whole different story. I played a very small part. Antiva might seem a bit odd in that way to outsiders. We take it in stride, however. Assassins are simply part of the landscape, so to speak. My part in the entire battle was taken up trying to reach Princess Verina, who had thrown in with her brother. I killed about 11 of her guards personally before I got knocked out of a window. I landed in a river and nearly drowned. I was fished out by some urchins who robbed me blind. Made off with my boots, too. At least they didn't cut my throat. And that was my part in history. Haha, it's true. I live a charmed life. One of the prostitutes that raised me was a fortune teller. Said I wouldn't die young. She was rather startled by that. But there you go. Tale told. Let's be off before I tell more embarrassing stories, huh?
Cool.
She's a lucky girl, Morrigan.
Having me? Yes, yes. No.
That is not what I meant. She caught your eye. Though looking at her, it is not difficult to see why. Jealous? Me? No. Why would I be jealous? I'm happy for you.
Okay.
Come to talk to old Ogren, have you? Don't know why. Nothing. I'm fine. Just, I got a hornet in my eye is all. Did you want to talk about something? What about? Oh, sure. I'm fine with it. I mean, she was a real firebrand between the sheets, but a bit soft in the skull, you know what I mean? Explains why she left, anyway. Woman was a few columns short of a haul, you know? I mean, she leaves me and flits about with that water-tart Hespith. What's she got that I don't? Just the thought of the two of them together, kissing and licking and intertwined on the floor of the deep roads. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to the tent for a moment. Excuse me.
Is there something you need? I have watched you for a time, and perhaps I was wrong. There seems to be something special between the two of you. It doesn't happen often, but I see her smile to herself sometimes when she watches you. I think I was too harsh in my judgment before, and I am sorry. What you have may not last forever. Death and duty may part you, but love's worthiness is not diminished because of that. I should have seen this before. Instead, you learn to cherish every precious moment that you spend together, knowing that it may be the last. And for those of us watching, well, it brings warmth to these old bones to know that something so beautiful can be found in the midst of chaos and strife.
Thanks, Win.
Something on your mind? Yes, me too. And I got the feeling at the end there that it saw us, was aware of us, whatever you want to call it. Could have just been my imagination, I suppose. What do you think? Well, short of waltzing through the entire Darkspawn horde and tapping it on the nose, I'm not sure just how we're supposed to do that. But killing the archdemon is the general plan, I understand. Good to have you on board. I guess one thing is certain at least, isn't it? It's official. This is a blight.
It wasn't before? God, Alistair.
I have been mistaken. You are a soldier worthy to stand among the Beresad. I did not think so when we first met. You did, of course. The day will come when the Arishok sends us here. On that day, I will not look to find you on the battlefield.
I hope I won't see you then too.
There is no point in dwelling on it. We should move on. As you wish.
I've watched a lot of humans in my time. It should be aware that I've decided that it is not much like any of them. Surely it must come from some superior lineage, yes? Some breed of flesh creature that has decided to elevate its genetic stock above its natural shortcomings? Nonsense. It can imagine my surprise discovering such a thing was possible from a creature so soft. But there it is. I would appreciate if it didn't spread around that I said anything. Humans might start to get the wrong idea. They might start thinking their race is not completely hopeless.
You wouldn't want that.
Indeed. Can it imagine the horror? Oh. Now, let us crush something into a fine paste before it starts to think I've gone all soft. Perish the thought.
Your desire? So, full of questions, are you?
You are very cute to ask so many questions. Really? Perhaps we should be wrapped in ribbons and adorned with flowers. So cute are we, too. My mother has been hunted from time to time, yes, by Templar fools like Alistair, which should tell you how successful they generally were. Flemeth made a bit of a game of it, in fact. The Templars would come again, and she would look at me and smile and say that the fun was to begin once more. I am unsure. I was too young to understand, and perhaps 'twas bravado on Flemeth's part, or perhaps she was merely amused. I will never know. Flemeth would warn them once. 'Twas a warning they inevitably failed to heed. And then the true game began. Often Flemeth would use me as bait. A little girl to scream and run and lure the Templars deeper into the wilds and to their doom. Sometimes, eventually. Thankfully, the wilds is a vast place. Once they found us, Flemeth would simply move us elsewhere, and we would be lost within the forest once again. I did not understand the danger we faced until I was much older. I had never heard of apostates or maleficarum. I think that my mother made it fun so that a child did not learn to fear. And I think that it was necessary. There are no trials for apostates, no prisons, no mercy. There are only absolutes, so only survival matters. If the wilds have taught me anything, 'tis this. First, you must survive. Do you disagree? An enlightened view, or at least an agreeable one. Enough of this talk. Let us return to the task at hand.
I wonder if I'm at that point where
Your desire?
'cause it's quite interesting.
We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any. I think not.
Yeah, it does happen. Cool. I'd only ever, because generally once it's done this, I don't really go back to see another scene. But I heard that she says no if you get her to love the character or something.
Simply because I have warmed your bedroll before does not mean I am beholden to do so at every snap of your fingers. You'll have to forgive me if I do not leap at your command like a trained warhound.
Stop acting like a hostile bitch.
I do not wish to discuss it. Leave me be.
Cool. I'm okay with that. Okay. In fact, I think that's a good time to go and do what I was gonna do the other day.
Yes.
Yes.
Boys' night out, I think. Since Morrigan's not putting out, he's all depressed, so he's going to Denerim to have some prostitutes.
As there is but one world, one life, one death, there is but one God, and He is our Maker.
That's my sister's house. I'm almost sure of it. This is the right address. She could be inside. Could we go and see? Do I seem a little nervous? I am. I really don't know what to expect. I'd like you to be there with me if you're willing. Or we could leave, I suppose. We really don't have time to pay a visit, do we? Maybe we should go. Will she even know who I am? Does she even know I exist? My sister. That sounds very strange. Sister. Sister. Oh, now I'm babbling. Maybe we should go. Let's go. Let's just go.
Nah.
Hello?
Hey, you have linens to wash? I charge 3 bits on a bundle. You won't find better. And don't trust what that Natalia woman tells you either. She's foreign and she'll rob you blind.
I'm not here to have any wash done. My name's Alistair. Well, this may sound sort of strange, but are you Gordana? If so, I suppose I'm your brother.
My what? I am Goldana, yes. How do you know my name? What kind of tomfoolery are you folk up to?
Look, our mother, she worked as a servant in Redcliffe Castle a long time ago before she died. Do you know about that?
You! I knew it! They told me you was dead. They told me the babe was dead along with mother, but I knew they was lying.
They told you I was dead? Who? Who told you that?
Them's at the castle. I told them the babe was the king's and they said he was dead. Gave me a coin to shut my mouth and sent me on my way. I knew it.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that. The babe didn't die. I'm him. I'm your brother.
For all the good it does me. You killed mother, you did, and I've had to scrape by all this time. That coin didn't last long, and when I went back, they ran me off. And who in the Maker's name are you? Some servant of his to carry all his riches, I expect.
Hey, don't speak to him that way. He's my friend. And a Grey Warden, just like me.
Oh, I see. A prince and a Grey Warden too. Well, who am I to think poorly of someone so high and mighty compared to me? I don't know you, boy. Your royal father forced himself on my mother and took her away from me. And what do I got to show for it? Nothing. They tricked me good. I should have told everyone. I got 5 mouths to feed. And unless you can help with that, I got less than no use for you.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Well? So he's found it. I'm his sister. But what are you to me, boy? Except the one who took my mother away,
You think I wished her dead? I never wanted that. I didn't have the life you think I did, Goldana.
I suppose not. A bastard is still a bastard, isn't he? But... brother or no, I've got 5 mouths to feed and no time to spare until they are.
And let me promise you this, Goldana. I'll do whatever I can, speak to whomever I have to ensure you and your children are taken care of.
That sounds all well and fine. But you'll have to forgive me if I don't exactly hold my breath.
You have my promise. I can't give you more than that. Let's go. I want to go. Goodbye, sister.
Bit shitty of her, but I can understand where she's coming from technically. But still think it's a bit shitty of her.
Well, that was not what I expected, to put it lightly. I lived up to my promise, I suppose, but this is the family I've been wondering about all my life? I can't believe it. I guess I was expecting her to accept me without question. Isn't that what family is supposed to do? I feel like a complete idiot. Yes, I suppose you're right. I should. Let's just go. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Okay. Let's go get hammered. I don't know whether I'm gonna skip the prostitute scenes because there's a really funny scene that you get if you do them all. So might just skip the scenes.
All right.
Stop playing games, Isabella. We want our money.
I think you forget who you are speaking to. I will give you a chance to leave quietly.
You brazen hussy. Someone needs to put you in your place. She's too good.
Be off with you now, and be glad I only took from you your gold. Fools.
Welcome to the Pearl. I'm Sanga, the proprietor. Have a seat, get comfortable, and tell me what you need. Every one of my people here is a skilled craftsman, and don't let anyone tell you different. You'll have to go one at a time, I'm afraid. Our rooms aren't quite big enough to share between so many. But we can discuss that in a moment. So what would you like me to show you? The men or the women? Or some of both, if you prefer.
Yeah, surprise me doesn't really work until you've done all of one, I think, from what the wiki was saying.
Wait here.
So,
Now,
surprise me is
before
funny.
you choose one, let me remind you of the guild rules. You see these lovely gentlemen by the door? If you don't play nicely with my people, these boys will have words with you. You'll pay up front, 40 silver. I'm getting tired of throwing soldiers off the pier for forgetting their coin. We're a craft hall, not a public charity. So, shall I let you get acquainted? Make it 30 and we have a deal. Go ahead and choose then.
We'll go from right to left. We'll get it done then.
Right this way.
Yeah, okay. Can we skip it?
Hey, sex.
Nope. Yeah. Yeah, I can. Okay, no, I can't. Fine. Okay. Ah.
Welcome back. What can I get for you, honey? Wait here. Here they are, aren't they?
Right this way. Hey, sexy.
It's a really stupid
Do
line
you
as
want
well.
to take a look at me ditties?
This is stupid. Okay.
Welcome back. What can... Here they are, aren't they beautiful?
Right this way. Fell me like the Darkspawn, and make inroads in the south.
That's quite a good one. I wonder who wrote this stuff. This is really funny. But the thing that you get for doing them all, like, is, I think it's quite funny.
Welcome back. What can I... Here they are, aren't they beautiful?
Yes, come on.
Go.
Follow me, cutie.
The hell, the dwarf's got a nice voice.
A dangerous weapon. Let me sheath it.
Why has she got the best voice? Like all the human women are not good. 2 more to go.
Welcome back. What can I get for you, honey? Here they are,
Aren't they beautiful?
Follow me. Picked up a few Kunari traits, have you?
Right. Enough.
Welcome back. What can I get? Wait here.
But the fact that my girlfriend watches these
Here
streams.
they are. Aren't they beautiful? Remember, 30...
It's brilliant.
Right this way.
Yeah.
Fell me like the Darkspawn, and make inroads in the south.
Done. Now we ask for...
Welcome back. What can I get for you, honey? Ooh, adventurous are you? I think we can accommodate you. Come with me.
No. He's basically just been knocked out. Just like, what? Where am I? Who was He's got all these flowers around. There's some rope down there. There's a scarecrow. I think it's something new every single time. There's a dragon's egg down here and some lotion and a banana. I'm easily amused, what can I say? I don't know what the fuck all this is about. You must have had a wild night. Items received. What did I receive for that? Do I want to know? Doesn't look like I received anything really. Oh well.
And look who we have here. Come to apologize for leaving me bereft of my lord husband and then vanishing without a trace.
You know it was just business, Isabella. Business that turned out well for you, I see. You inherited the ship, I take it.
I suppose I never did like the greasy bastard. And the siren treats me far better than she ever did him.
Indeed. This is Isabella, Queen of the Eastern Seas and the sharpest blade in Lomerin. And Isabella, my dear, you will no doubt be amused to discover that I am traveling with a Grey Warden.
A Grey Warden? Charmed. Yes, the siren's call. My pride and joy. She's seen me from my own ravine and the Isle of Lomerin to the coast of Parvolan. All I need is my ship and the wind at my back. And once my men have had their fill of the pleasures of dry land, we will be off again. We are getting as far away from this blight as possible. Hey, I'm not going anywhere near the blight, and you'd get away too if you had any sense in that pretty head of yours. The way I see it, I can sail as far away from it as I need to, even to the other side of the far Anderfells. The sea will look after her own. Ah, of course. You have a duty. If you do save us all, sweet thing, I shall return to thank you personally. I have picked up skills from many different places and turned them into a method distinctly my own. Speed, not strength, is what is essential. I call myself a duelist because I honed my skills in duels with warriors I encountered over the years. An unusual request, coming from a fearsome slayer of Darkspawn. I am flattered that you wish to learn from me, sweet thing. But I have watched you, and you seem to lack a particular grace that is required. You are accustomed to doing battle a certain way, yes? I can teach you some basics. Perhaps you can pass it on to someone who might be interested in what I have to offer. I do, however, wish to get to know my potential student better. So we shall call for a drink, and you will honor me with a game. Do you have something else in mind? Oh, and now you've piqued my interest. It would surely be rude of me to decline such a delicious offer. And what about you, Zev? Shall we? For old time's sake?
Oh, Isabella, you and your ridiculous appetites. Perhaps we should leave it up to our friend here. And I would hate to offend my companion. Perhaps another day, my dear.
I will hold you to that, Zevran. Come, my ship is down by the docks, and I am sure you will find my cabins quite comfortable.
Just wanted to see what you'd say if I said that.
That was refreshing. It's been a while since I've bedded anyone but sailors. The peg legs I can stand, but the hooks, ugh.
Hooks, really?
It's more common than you think, and quite painful, if one isn't careful. Only just a little. Now, wasn't there something you wanted from me? A lesson, perhaps? Why? What can I tell you that you don't already know? Come, we will need some space for this.
Yeah, it's only -3, that's okay.
I'll get on it.
I've heard that she doesn't, because she can tell Hawk about what she did with the Warden, but I don't think she does if she does it with Zevran and him for some bizarre reason. So it's quite a funny moment in the next game that I miss out on for some reason. It's always done it to me anyway. There we go, I think he's over it now. I think that's where we're going to leave it for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow and we'll finish off Denerim. And then we'll be doing Return to Ostagar with Alistair, Wynne and probably Morrigan. So, see you then.